Hi, I'm Kate Eggleston, and I'll be your art teacher today. Welcome to the Monmouth Museum's virtual summer camp art class. Today's project will be inspired by artist Wayne Thiebaud's paintings. It'll be a piece of cake. Wayne Thiebaud is an American painter whose famously colorful works depicted everyday objects such as ice cream, pies, lipsticks, and cake. Speaking of cake, that's what today's project is all about. You are going to learn how to draw 3D cakes. We are going to use the following materials. In your kit, you have a black piece of construction paper. This will make the colors pop. You also have a nice new set of oil pastels. These are absolutely fabulous. They're soft to draw with, and they have a really great blending capability. You also need a pencil. Now when I'm drawing, I'm going to use a white colored pencil so you can see my drawing on the black paper a little better on camera. Okay, so this is how we start. We have our black paper, we have our pencil, and we have our oil pastels. The first thing that we're going to do is draw the cakes on the paper. I think we should probably fit 1, 2, 3. If you'd like to just draw 1, that's perfectly fine, but I'm going to plan out drawing 3 on this piece of paper. Now the way we start to make these look 3D is we start with a very simple shape called an oval. I'm going to sketch mine in the center. Now the reason why I sketch around and around and around is because I really want a nice shape. So an oval, that's going to be the top of the cake. Then we want to draw lines on either edge, going straight down. Now this doesn't have to be perfect. And if you see what I'm doing, I'm not drawing the line in one big swoop, just drawing a little bit at a time, okay? Then we're gonna connect here to here using a oval. Okay, so we essentially have drawn a cylinder. So you see that's a cylinder, looks like a can of soup. So there's the top of the cake, the inside of the cake is here, and then there's this piece here. So what I suggest doing is as you're working, we are going to be taking away some of the lines. If you erase it, that way you know exactly where you should be. So I would like this cake to have a slice taken out, all right? The way that we figure out where the slice should be is we start by making a dot. So I'm gonna have this be a slice right down the center. That way we get a nice cross section of this cake. I'm gonna draw a point in the center of my oval, the top oval. I am then going to draw 2 lines coming out of that dot, which makes kind of a triangle. Do you see that? The way we make this go or work is that you take the pencil and sketch down the top. Same thing with this part right here. Sketch down from the top. Okay. Then we need to sketch down from the middle. That's going to be the center of the cake where it's open. Okay. Now the difference for this is we're going to stop a little ways from the edge. So if you remember that there's an oval underneath, you want to stop into the middle of that oval. And you're going to take a line and connect. And connect. Now, when you erase this line right here, I have a very silly little eraser here. You erase that line there, that line there, and then this one right here, you have a cake with a slice taken out. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and use my pencil to draw lines going to the center at an angle, so it looks like these are parts of the slice on the inside, like the layers of the cake. On the other side, I'm going to make sure that my lines connect. And these don't have to be perfect. Wayne Thiebaud's paintings were not perfect, they just gave the impression. Okay, so now we have a cake with a slice taken out. Isn't that fabulous? For our next cake, I'm going to do a shorter cake on this side right here, okay? So I'm going to start with the oval, just like I did on the other one. I'm going to draw an oval as best I can, okay? I'm going to draw a line from the side going down, and then I'm going to draw a curve at the base to connect those lines. And just to make sure I have the size right, I'm going to finish that oval out. So I'll have two ovals, one on top, one on the bottom. Okay, so it looks like we have kind of a 3D can of soup. It's called a cylinder. All right, so for this one, I'm going to have a little tiny slice taken out, but it'll be on the side. So I'm going to put my dot about here. I'm going to draw my line out this way and out this way. Okay, so you have this kind of skinny triangle going off to the side. Then I'm going to take this spot right here and connect it all the way down to the bottom. And same thing with this one. I'm going to drop it all the way down to the bottom. Okay. Now the way that this is going to look 3D is we need to make sure this parallel line matches up with this one. So we're going to make a little line right here. Okay. Then I'm going to go in and I'm going to erase the lines that I don't need. So that way when I go back and color, it will make sense. So you don't need that line. Don't need this line. There we go. Now we have a cake where we can see part of the cross section. So for this one, we're going to draw the layers in this cake right here. Perfect. Okay. So for our last piece of cake, I was thinking that we should do just a slice of cake, okay? For that, you want to start with a skinny triangle. Just like this. Okay? Then you're going to connect the dots. So you're going to start here, and then this will determine how tall your slice of cake is. Okay. Now the important part is the line that goes down here should be a parallel of this line. So it should look be on the exact same angle. So what you're going to do is you're going to eyeball it. Okay, we don't need to use a ruler. If you want things to be really, really perfect, you can use one, but you don't need to. Okay, I'm going to erase that extra bit that I had right there. Okay, and now I have a piece of cake here. Nice slice of cake, a whole big cake, and a little cake all ready to go. Okay, so we're going to take our oil pastels and open them up. These are wonderful. You don't need the top of the box, we'll put it to the side. It has all our colors mapped out right here. Now, oil pastels are very soft, so you don't need to press hard when you color, which is really wonderful. What I would suggest is start coloring the outside of the cake and then the inside of the cake. You can start with the left to right, the middle, whichever one you want to start with is totally fine, okay? I'm going to start with this cake on the right, start with a small cake. I would like that outside frosting to be kind of a mustardy yellow. You can pick whatever color that you want. Now, when you color with the oil pastels, they're very soft, so just go slow. I like being able to color these slightly normal colors on the outside, but then like a pop color on the inside, like a green or a purple or a color you wouldn't expect. So you can see how nicely these colors really pop on the black paper. It's very, very pleasing to look at. Okay, I'm going to color down this way. Now, once we're coloring, you can see that we are losing the outline of our cake, so you can always go back and outline it so that way you can really see where that edge is, if that's helpful for you. I like being able to see the outline myself.